Hi, I'm Cameron, and today I'm going to be covering exponents with negative base numbers. So when you're dealing with exponents with negative base numbers, there's a few rules that we can follow. These rules are as follows. When a negative base number is raised to an even exponent, the result is always positive. When a negative base number is raised to an odd exponent, the result is always negative. So with those rules in mind, let's move on to some examples. So our first example, we have negative 3 raised to the second power. So we have negative 3 as our negative base, and since we're raised to the second power, that's going to be multiplied by itself. So that is going to look like this. So we've got negative 3 times negative 3, and as we know, the negatives will cancel out here, give us a final answer of 9. So as we can see, the rule held up because we had an even exponent and we ended up with a positive final answer. Moving on to our next example, we have negative 3 raised to the third power. So now negative 3 will be multiplied by itself 3 times. Let's write that out. So we have negative 3 times negative 3 times negative 3. So we can simplify that to 9 times negative 3. Then we can take that further to the final step and get 9 times negative 3 is equal to negative 27, which is our final answer. And we can also confirm with the rule that we have an odd exponent and a negative final answer. Moving on to our last example, we have negative 1 raised to the 55. So we have negative base and a very large exponent here. So writing that out, we would get something like this. So we can use our rules to help us figure this one out. We have 55, which is an odd number, so that means that our answer is going to be negative. And no matter how many times you multiply 1 by itself, you're going to get a value of 1. So with that in mind, we can deduce that the final answer will be negative 1. Thank you for watching.